Oh baby, you got what I need. Okay, so today I'll be looking at the Jetson Nano developer kit, which is a computer on a board or system on a single board computer. It's kind of like the Raspberry Pi. I have the box here. Uh, Maybe I'll check it out here. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna set it up. Um, and yeah, kind of explain what it is. And then in another stream, I'll play around with it and see what I could do with it. So it's kind of like a Raspberry Pi, which I have here, which you could see right here, the Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi looks kind of like this. It's the most, probably the most famous single board computer, and I use this in a lot of projects, and it's great for just deploying anywhere and creating web servers so you can remote control things. It's used in like home automation and all those cool kind of things. So uh, there's been kind of a boom in these single board computers, and uh, it's like I love them so much. They're like one of my favorite things. So recently, I won a competition where I won one of these Jetson Nanos, and basically the trade-off between uh, single board computers uh, is that they kind of are lower powered than regular computers, so uh, you can't really do much with them. But Jetson Nano came out with the uh, Nvidia came out with the Jetson Nano, which is basically a GPU, and you're supposed to use it for machine learning and deep learning AI applications. And it should be more powerful than the Raspberry Pi. So um, we'll see how it goes. So here I'm on their website. This is what it looks like. Um, Basically, what you want to do is you want to install the operating system onto these boards, so they don't come with the operating system. Um, and you want to add pretty much Wi-Fi capabilities. So the difference between the Nano and the Raspberry Pi is that uh, the Raspberry comes with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth already on it, especially the Model 4s. But the Jetson Nano doesn't, and I find that this is a big problem. So what you need to do in order to uh, set it up, I guess, is you're gonna need a couple of things. So I'll show you. I have everything on my desk, and I'll show the desk right now. Yeah. So I pretty much have everything here. I have the Jetson Nano itself. You're gonna need a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. You have to make sure it's fast, otherwise your system is gonna be very buggy. And 32 is the minimum. You might want to get a bigger one uh, if you want to hold bigger files, especially if you're doing computer vision. You're gonna need a lot of extra storage for like files, like images and videos as well. In order to include the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, I got this um, Wi-Fi Bluetooth module. It's called the WaveShare AC8265. So here I also linked It's on the website. This one's developed by Waveshare, and yeah, this one is pretty good because you can just uh, plug it in. They have a slot for this unit on the Jetson Nano, but yeah, and it's plug and play. You don't need to download any drivers. It should work right out of the box. There is another unit. You could buy one of those Wi-Fi dongles that's USB, but I tried it out and I found that it's very slow. It's not very good. So I really recommend using this this one. Um, so yeah, so basically going back. So I'll open it up. Oops. So if I open it up, it's very simple. It doesn't come with much. It just comes with the unit itself inside of here. Okay, set the camera down here. All right. So when I take it out, oh yeah, look at that. Look how beautiful it is. It's a nice unit. I'm gonna basically how I'm gonna do these streams. I'm gonna do a stream, and then I'll edit it after, and then I'll upload it as a video, like when it's nice. But for now, I'm just gonna do these streams. So yeah, here's the board. USB, Ethernet, HDMI, and DisplayPort, and also a power plug. Uh, I'm pretty sure the power requirements are the same as the Raspberry Pi, so you need 5 volts, at least 2.2 amps. And yeah, and pretty much here you have a big heatsink. The graphics card is right there, it's incorporated in it. Yeah, so it's really nice. So it looks like the Raspberry Pi, and I'll do a comparison with the Raspberry Pi. So if I open up the Raspberry Pi, that's what it looks like compared to it. They look pretty similar. The Raspberry Pi is a little bit smaller, but again, the Raspberry Pi is um, a lot less powerful. Not that it's worse or anything. So that's how it looks. There, I'll put that away. That's pretty much it. It comes with nothing really, just a little card here and a little box. So this box is pretty much a stand for for the Nano. So I'm just gonna put it up. It's basically to hold the Nano so you don't have to, yeah. So it's basically a box that you can put so that there's no short circuits if you put it on a metal surface or anything. Um, that personally, I like to 3D print a case for it. Uh, if you have a 3D printer, there's a couple of cases out there that are open source, so you can just pretty much uh, print one and you're good. So it's in place of this right here. So you're also going to need a micro SD card to USB so that you can flash the operating system to the board. Um, yeah, and that's pretty much it. So the Jetson Nano uses their a version of Ubuntu, uh, Linux. It's called Tetra Linux, and they have their own Ubuntu distribution for it. Uh, and it's developed by Nvidia for their graphics cards, pretty much. So it pretty much works the same way as the if you ever used Ubuntu before. Um, so yeah, so what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna install the Wi-Fi card, and basically how you do that is you need to remove the GPU, and there's a little unit in the bottom where you can put the SD card in. Well, yeah, the SD card also goes there, but the Wi-Fi unit also has a little port. Uh, I think it's an M2 port. Um, and yeah, it's pretty much it. I'm gonna just get a screwdriver. I'll be right back. So I'm back with the screwdriver. There's also this is the 3D printed case that I mentioned earlier. It's very simple. You just put it on there and you close it up, and it's very good. I'll put this on right after. So basically, there's two screws here. What I'll do, unscrew it. Oh, I actually need a bigger screwdriver. I'll be right back again. Alright, coming back with a bigger screwdriver. There we go. There we go. So unscrew these two little screws here. One off there. Okay. Sorry, I have fat fingers. Okay, take that off, open it up. So basically there's these two hinges. You just want to pull it a little bit, not too hard, and oh sorry, you can't see it. Basically there's two hinges here. You want to pull it, and it should open up the underside. You can now pull out the graphics card. So this is what it looks like. Very simple. I'm just gonna put this down right here for now. And this is what it looks like on the underside. So here's the M2 port that I mentioned earlier that we're going to add our Wi-Fi card to. So if I open up the card, so what's good about this unit that I showed you on Amazon is that it comes with the two SMA connectors. So that's what the card looks like. It might not focus. And then it comes with the two connectors already plugged in. And it's very simple. Oh, it's very simple. You just plug it in there. But before I plug it in, there's another screw that I need to take out right there, which holds the card in place. So take it out. Ooh. Hold on. I don't want to break the board. So the card, it's a little tough on there, so I might need to get a little bigger screwdriver. I'll be back. Yeah, so as you can see, it's kind of annoying with the screws, but I'll be right back. All right, I came back with a couple of screwdrivers. Hopefully this one's big enough. Yeah, and it's pretty tight. So you really got to make sure you have the right screwdriver or right size so you don't accidentally thread it. So now we can install the Wi-Fi card. So what you do is you pretty much just push it in there. So you just go, push it in like that. It should be lifting up a little bit. It's okay because you can have the screw push it down. So take the screw and we're going to put it back in. It's really hard when you have fat fingers. Okay. Screw it down, nice and tight. Good. And there you go. Now your board has Wi-Fi on it. Now we can put the GPU back in. Before we put it back in, you see here, there's a micro SD card slot for your operating system. So Oh, actually, we're not going to put it in yet. You could always put it in after because we need to download the operating system. So we're going to put this back in. So to put it back in, you just slide it, align the ports there. You just slide it like that, push, push it until it's nice in there, and you'll see it's like springing up. You just need to push it down now, and it'll clip into place. So once it was there, I'll do it again. You just need to clip it down, and that's pretty much it. And now you can put the other screws back in. So take these screws, so like that. Screw, there you go. Other screw, put it back there. Screw. Okay, nice and tight. There we go. Like new. Um, Actually, I want the cords to come from this side. I want the cords that I left the cords this way, but I actually want the cords to come out here because there's a port in the back of the case where you can screw your antennas. So actually, I'm going to take the screws out again. Take that out. Uh, you should definitely handle this device a lot gentler than I am. Okay, so I'm just gonna fix the wire. I want the wire to come from the back here, and then I'll close it up again. So now the wire is coming out from the back. Put it back in. There we go. Screw that. Screw that up. Screw this one up too. There you go. Nice. Okay, so right now we can set this down, and we need to